it's mentioned in Surah Al-Hadid, verse 26. لقد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم لقد أرسلنا رسلنا بالبينات وأنزلنا معهم الكتاب والميزان ليقوم الناس بالقسط. Is Al-Kitab given to all prophets?
Read it again.
لقد أرسلنا رسلنا بالبينات وأنزلنا معهم الكتاب والميزان ليقوم الناس بالقسط.
See, the word Al-Kitab can be understood differently. Al-Kitab is normally understood to mean the book of law. So when you speak of Al-Kitab in that sense, then most certainly all the prophets were not granted a new law and a new book. So in that sense, all the scholars of Islam are agreed that there is a limited number of books which were revealed to prophets, and their Sharia was binding on all the prophets belonging to their religion. So when you have a common book, although it is revealed to someone else, but when you are also required to abide by its teachings and to admonish others by that book, then in a manner of speaking it can be said that we gave them the book. So the Holy Quran is revealed to Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but it is common to us as well. It has been granted to us as the Ummah of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So in that sense, these prophets are mentioned not to have brought an independent book with them, but to share the books which had been revealed by God to prophets, law-bearing prophets. Other prophets are also sent to seek their guidance from those books. So the books belong to them. It is only in this sense. Or Al-Kitab could be understood to mean not a term, religious term, but Al-Kitab in the ordinary sense, or whatever is revealed to them, they write down, and Suhuf appear. So any Sahifa, call it Taurat, or no, call it Songs of Solomon, or Suhuf Ibrahim or Musa, anything which is written, which is called scriptures. Whenever they are compiled, they make a book, not necessarily a book of law. So Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wassalam was granted Injil, although no new laws are granted to him in the Injil. The same Sharia of Moses was binding upon him. Yet he was given Al-Kitab in the form of an Injil, but here the word Al-Kitab is used in loose term. In a term, not in a term, but in the ordinary meaning of the sense. Perhaps more than ordinary meaning, because it is divine book. But it does not have the sense of being a law, a book of law, a book of Sharia. So when you read this verse again, please.
لقد أرسلنا رسلنا بالبينات وأنزلنا معهم الكتاب والميزان ليقوم الناس بالقسط.
Yes. So معهم here means what they share of the prophets, of the law-bearing prophets of their ummah. No more than that. As I have already explained, if it means law-bearing books, then the whole people, most of the scholars say there are only 4 books revealed. And the prophets, when you inquire from them how many, they say 124,000. So how could only 4 books be revealed to 124,000 prophets. So what I'm telling you is a meaning on which we have a consensus of opinion. It's not a question of Shia, Sunni, Ahmadi, Brelvi. All believe and agree upon this. The books as law-bearing books, books of Sharia, are very limited in number. Books as divine revelations compiled in the form of scriptures, they could be any number of books. Each prophet, of course, was spoken to by God. God spoke to him in wahi. And if he compiles that wahi, it will become a book. But not necessarily a new law, right? Please.